Hey everyone, Justin here with AmericanMuscle.com, and today we're taking a closer look at and installing the Addict USA Umbra LED taillights available for all 2016 through 2018 Camaros. Now you should be checking out these premium taillights if you'd like to swap out those plain red stockers for a more aggressive combination of a black housing with a lightly smoked lens and something that's going to be loaded with modern LED lighting and cool features. So lots to talk about here, so let's get right into it. And first things first, let's start with our features because again, there is a lot to cover. Now, first and foremost, guys, the Addict options here are loaded with those modern and bright LEDs, and those LEDs offer some pretty cool functionality. For starters, the running lights do kind of sweep to the outer portion of the housing in a red diffused LED light. The pattern is slightly similar to the stock lights, but because of the black housings, they do really stand out here with the Umbras. Now, just above those running lights, you'll find the most interesting part of the housing, in my opinion, and that will be these little two tiny blocks up here that will serve as your reverse lights, your brake lights, and your sequential turn signals. Now, the sequential functionality is definitely my favorite part of the package here and does make for a very cool look whenever your turn signals have been fired up. Now, when braking, the twin running lights on the bottom do increase their intensity along with the twin red blocks to really grab the attention of the person behind you. That's always a good thing, right? Because anytime you're increasing your brake light visibility, you will be increasing your safety overall. Now, the plethora of LED lighting here and how it's implemented is going to be the biggest feature of all, in my opinion, but we cannot discount the radical change of appearance here, which is certainly going to be a noteworthy feature for Camaro owners looking to take a break from the factory taillights. And that does lead us into our construction segment here, guys. And again, the Umbra options are going to feature that gloss or piano black housing with the lightly smoked lenses, making for that aggressive Euro look that it's sometimes called. And in my opinion, again, is a massive upgrade over the boring all red stockers. In fact, looking closely at these right out of the box, I'm getting big time C7 Z06 vibes from the Umbra taillights, and I personally dig that. And if you do, then I think you'll definitely enjoy these options. Now, those lenses themselves are made from a UV-resistant polycarbonate material, and the entire package is backed by a 1-year warranty, just in case you run into any issues. Now, the Umbras are coming in right around that $700 price point, which does put these right on par with the rest of the options in the category for your particular Camaro. Also keep in mind here that this does include free shipping and that warranty, so all things to consider when shopping for taillights for your ride. Now, one of the nice things about the Umbra taillights for your Camaro is that even though they are loaded with a ton of features, including the sequential turn signals, there's really no additional hardcore wiring needed. For the most part, guys, you're looking at a plug-and-play job. So because of that, the site is going to call out a simple 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe 30 minutes of your time to complete from start to finish. But now to give you a better idea of how this particular install will go down, here's an AM customer to walk you through it.
All right, so what we used was a ratchet. This one was specifically 5/16, but you could also use an 8mm. Trim tool, and masking tape to make sure that the taillights don't scratch.
Hey guys, today we're going to be installing the new taillights I just got from American Muscle. Let me go pull it up for you. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take a trim tool and we're going to take out the 3 little clips on the top of the taillight once you pull up the trunk. So let's get started. So a clip, and you're going to want to pull out. And there's a second clip under that comes out real easy. You just need to get under it. Take that, put it in the trunk, and do the other 3. You're going to want to do it to the other side. Once you got all 3 clips out on each side, they should just come right off like this. Just go ahead and put it in the trunk. Once again, just grab onto one of the ends of it and just pull up. There you go. Now we can see the inside of the taillight. This does not matter right now. What we're going to want to do is grab this, and we're going to want to go to the inside of the trunk and pull out the clips there that are holding the trunk liner against the outer side of the trunk. All right, so now that we're inside the trunk right here, I'm on the passenger side. There's this one clip right here we're going to take out with the trim. There you go. Now that that's off, you just pull, put your thumb under the trim liner and you just pull. Of course, maybe it will come out all the way, maybe it won't, but you just want to be able to access the back of it, the back of the taillight. And now we're going to do it to the same side. There you go. Now we're going to take apart the 3 bolts on the back of the taillight to be able to pull it out. There are 2, you should be able to see them right here. There's one here and one here, and then in the middle there's that big plastic push-in that keeps the taillight in. We're going to be using a ratchet and I'm using a 10/16, but you could also just use an 8mm. Works the same way. So we're going to take these 2 out. I'm going to show you where the more harder to get one is. I'm just going to twist them out with our hand. Once it's loose, it's pretty easy to take out. Okay, now that that one's out, I'm going to show you the harder to get one that is deep on the inside. About on the same level where the other ones are. It's just right here. Hard to show on camera. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to show it on camera. Alright, so you see this blue little thing right here? It is right past that. You just follow that and it's right there. It's just a third one. You just take the ratchet and do the same thing as the others. It'll be the same size as the others too. Luckily, if your trim's more forgiving, you might be able to get more room back there than I am, because I don't know what's wrong with my trim exactly, but it doesn't like opening up, that's for sure. Once you got that third one out, just drop it down. And now the taillight is ready to be taken out. What you're gonna wanna do first is grab some masking tape so you're gonna wanna line the edge right here of the taillight, not the taillight, but the paint, so you don't scratch your paint. It can happen and it will happen. Don't think it won't work. Just take 2 minutes, put the tape on. It'll save you a lot of time and money. Just right in there. Personally, I like to do a second line because I have scratched my paint with this and I don't want to scratch it again. I mean, it's no big deal. You can just use it on the other side too. That's why I'm doing it one by one, because then you can just take the tape and use it again so you don't waste it. Make sure it's on there. I'm gonna put a little bit more right there because got a little part of the taillight sticking out. There, like that, boom. Now, taillight's ready to come out. But first, if it's possible, I would recommend trying to get into the top. There should be a plug, a big plug. So you're going to pull just like that. Boom. There's a clip right here that connects the electricity to the taillight. You're gonna pull the red out and you're just gonna wanna listen for a click and then boom, pulled it out. Here's your taillight. Now we're gonna do it to the same side. So what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna test it. What I've done is we just plugged it back in. Don't worry about any of the extra wiring yet, but we're just gonna not fully put it in. We're gonna put it in enough to where we can test it. But just that's good.
So if you are looking to radically change up the rear of that Camaro at home and like to do so in a very modern way, be sure to consider the Auto Addict Umbra taillights right here at AmericanMuscle.com.